Hi everyone. All right, so I just wanted to bring a 30-minute tapping session to you. So just enjoying some aromatherapy. I invite you right now to sort of keep watching the video. If you're watching the replay, thanks for taking this time for yourself and checking this workout. And maybe set yourself up for some comfort here. So close the door if you need to, grab a blanket, do what you need to do to get yourself present. For me, it's to just kind of take a minute to get my senses going here. So I wanted to bring a 30-minute tapping session to everyone this evening. You can watch the recording if you'd like another time. But EFT is emotional freedom technique, and it's a way to take an emotional charge out of something that is taking up too much real estate in your mind. So it's an opportunity for you to do some critical feeling and some critical thinking and get to the bottom of some things that have kind of taken their power away from you, basically. So I want to guide you through this process in a way that has you feeling really well taken care of. I just want to share, this is my life's work, 20 years of a healing practice, and 5 years ago just dedicated to emotions. So I really feel like stress, emotions, these tender places within ourselves are really the key to a lot of the healing that's being done really on the planet right now. Even when you think, I need to just charge forward and I need to keep it going and I don't have time to slow down and this stuff is woo-woo, and all of those stories are completely valid and they make so much sense, and it's with that energy that I come to you tonight. I am a results-driven person who wants science-backed techniques, and which is why I've dedicated my entire healing practice to this work, because it is that powerful. And I've seen enough people and myself struggle and squirm away from just surrendering to uncomfortable feelings. So I'll describe EFT to you really quick so you can kind of understand what we're doing. Just like EMDR and other types of talk therapy, we do some body stimulation while we're talking about and thinking about uncomfortable things. We are also going to do critical thinking and identify thoughts and beliefs, and we're going to get really specific with validating ourselves. It's really powerful just to validate yourself, give yourself permission to feel a type of way. We're going to forgive ourselves in this process. We're going to do some heady things like thinking about the unmet needs that we might not have had, and inviting a message from our higher self to come through. And we're going to be doing some things all up in our noggins, right? It's going over time anyway. We might as well harness all of that thinking energy, and we do it to benefit ourselves. We're also going to be doing some somatic things like you'll see me making a little bit of noise, vocalizing, taking deep breaths and exhaling them out, doing some swaying and twisting and shaking and just kind of getting loose, getting loosey-goosey. This is the way that we are going to release some of the seriousness around our issue that we're holding on to. So we're going to be tapping on points all over the body on the meridians. This is the Chinese medicine points of the body that govern different organ systems, and it helps clear energy, and it also helps with bilateral stimulation, which is what, again, EMDR and, for example, why yoga is funded in prisons and schools, because of the right-left stimulation that helps us, link the mind and the body. So now that you've gotten yourself comfortable and present, for those of you watching, I commend you. And I invite you right now just to tune into an area of your life that's not working just exactly how you'd like it to. I invite you to sort of get yourself physically comfortable, maybe align your shoulders, take a nice deep breath. As you're sort of reflecting on this area, maybe it came up right away. It's something that's pretty obvious to you. Maybe you're not resonating with an area that you struggle with and you want to do more goal setting, and you have a dream that you'd like to go after or a specific outcome. You can focus on that right now. And while we're thinking about these things, we're going to start to try to feel a bit of our emotional body. So start to massage underneath the collarbones. This is the emotional well of the body. Take a nice cleansing breath in. Exhale. Start to tune in now to an issue that is happening in your life or a goal that you have. And what's the biggest thing stopping you from reaching that goal? So just tuning in right now, we're just trying to locate and identify this issue. So picking an issue. I'm going to start by having you tap on the center of your chest. Taking another big cleansing breath. Maybe releasing some sound. Let's do that again. Big deep breath in and release an audible sigh. Repeating out loud after me. Lately I've been dealing with, and then say what you've been dealing with. Yeah. Tapping on the front of the ribs. Lately I've been struggling with. Say what it is you've been struggling with. Repeating after me, and I'm still a good person, even though I've been dealing with this. So time out. Let's just see if we can wrap our heads around that. We're acknowledging something we're struggling with, and then we're acknowledging, like, I'm still a good person, even though I'm struggling with this. So feeling the contrast of those things. Tapping on the sides of the ribs now, where sort of the bra strap might meet your body. You can either tap like this, or you can tap by reaching your hands around. So tapping on the sides of the body, even if you're new to tapping, just enjoy the process. Lately I've been struggling with, say what it is. And it's possible to deeply love myself through this process. Big deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. So if you are watching and you haven't picked a topic, or you're maybe resisting this, just notice that. Notice the resistance to wanting to try something new to get you results. Just noticing that. Repeating after me, part of me really wants to look at this. And part of me doesn't want to look at this. Big deep breath in, let it go with a very accepting sigh. I don't want to look at this issue because it's been making me feel. Just tune into how it's been making you feel. See if a word or two pops up. Let's tap the wrists together. This issue of, say what the issue is, has been making me feel. Just say a few words out loud. Have you been feeling deflated? Have you been feeling scattered? Have you been feeling angry, afraid, stressed out? Keep going. See if you can get more clear. It's been making me feel. Yeah. And it's possible to still love myself, even though I've been feeling that way. Tapping on the top of the thumb where the nail meets the thumb. I've been feeling, say how you've been feeling, and that makes me feel. Big, deep, loving breath in and let it go with a sigh. I deeply love and accept myself just the way I am, even though I've been feeling this way. Tapping on the top of the pointer finger. I want you just to tune into that. Let yourself feel it fully right now. That pain and that struggle and that issue. Feel the edges of this emotion. Feel how it's been seeping into different areas of your life, perhaps. Maybe you're feeling the edges of it, how big it is, how much space it's taking up inside your body, how much time, how long have you been feeling this way? So just repeating after me, this all started when, and say what happened when it all started. Repeating after me. This all started when. Tapping on the top of the middle finger. And I've been feeling this way ever since. I've really been struggling. And I would just like to feel at peace in this area. Big deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. If you're feeling some numbness or like you're drawing a blank, that's totally normal. I want you to start to use numbness as the way you feel about this. I used to tap on numbness for months before I was able to really feel specifics. Tapping on the other side of the ring finger. See if you can tune into this feeling and this issue and feel the scope of it in your life. See if you can feel some numbness around it or some resistance. See if you can feel the resistance there. Not wanting to look at it, not wanting to feel it. Big deep breath into that resistance, let it go with a sigh. I just want to feel at peace here. And what I've been doing isn't working anymore. I've tried everything. So right now, see if you can examine what you've tried to get rid of this issue. You've tried talking to girlfriends. You've tried drinking about it. You've tried therapy. You've tried maybe a very specific action item, like if you're looking at business, you've tried paying for advertising, or maybe if it's in relationships, you've tried, dating a different type of person, or if it's within body image issues that you're working with right now, perhaps it's dieting. What have you tried that hasn't worked? Just say it out loud. Beautiful. Tapping on the inside of the pinky now. And it hasn't worked. All this pain. And I just want some relief. Go ahead and take a big deep breath here. And hold it at the top. Feeling all that struggle, the commitment to the release of it, and go ahead and release it. Tuning into the warrior part of yourself that is here because you're committed and you are feeling that part of yourself that's ready for change, that's ready to look at this, that's ready to do what it takes. So tune right now into that part of yourself that is ready to put the work in to get the results that you want in this area of your life. And send that part of yourself some love. Repeating after me, there's part of me that wants to have a breakthrough here. Yeah. Tapping on the side of the other hand. There's part of me that wants to have a breakthrough in this area of my life. But I don't know how. And I'm really ready to get that now. Tapping on the top of the thumb. I've been struggling with this. I want you to actually think back to a different season of your life when you struggled with something similar. A similar issue that had a similar emotion attached to it. See if you can locate that. Whatever memory that pops up right now is the perfect memory to work on. We're doing a bit of a thought experiment right now. So if you need to shake your body just to get back in your body, if you have an achy joint, you need some oxygen, keep that oxygen flowing, tend to your body right now. And as you get more settled, get back into the thought experiment of when in your life did you feel similarly? Good. Tapping on the top of the pointer finger, repeating after me. This all started when, and say an earlier memory of when this began. Beautiful. Tapping on the top of the middle finger. I've been struggling with this. Repeating after me. Anyone would struggle with this. It's understandable I feel this way. Big deep breath in, let it go. It's understandable I feel this way. Anyone would feel this way. You should have seen what happened. See if you can feel a little bit of a shift. Did it feel good to say it's understandable? You're valid to feel that way. If you felt a bit of an opening, send some love to that part of yourself that feels that shift happening. Even if it's just a tiny shift, repeating after me. I can feel myself starting to open to possibilities here. And it feels good to feel good. Tapping on the other side of the ring finger. It feels good to feel a shift in this area. Repeat after me. Part of me doesn't want to look at this right now. Part of me is resisting this right now. And I deeply love and accept that part of myself that's not ready to look at this. That's not ready to let this pain go. I deeply love and accept the part of myself that's resisting this. You guys are doing a great job. I want you to actually send that part of yourself that's resisting letting go of this issue or looking at the memory or feeling the pain. Send that part of yourself some love. That part of yourself that's a little numb to it. Send some love there. Make the love a specific color right now. Like a beam of light. Maybe it's pale yellow or white or blue. Actually feel this light coming in, and this light is love and acceptance. Validation. Charging that light with validation and let it hit you in that one spot that's resisting. How nice is it to feel love from yourself in the parts that are resisting? Repeating after me, I am worthy of love all the time. I am worthy of love even when I'm struggling. It feels better to love myself through this than to punish myself through this. It feels better to look at this than to ignore this. Big, deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. Part of me is really ready to let this go now. Tapping on the inside of the pinky finger. See if you can just access that part of you that feels like so ferocious and so almost naive. Like, I'm ready to let this go. Yeah, I don't want to struggle anymore. I'm totally ready to let this go. Show me how to do that. That part of yourself that's so innocently ready to let go of this protection mechanism that you have in place for a very real reason. You're just ready to let it go. No matter what the outcome is. Tapping on the forehead. Repeating after me. I'm ready to let this go. I want you to tune into that emotion that you started with, that emotion, that feeling that you had around that issue. All this, and say the emotion. Beautiful. Tapping on the sides of the face. All this. And give myself permission to let this go. I forgive myself for struggling with this for so long. Tapping on the front of the face. I thought it was helping me somehow. Let's do alternate tapping on our cheeks. All this, and feel the emotion. Actually feel it while you say it. All this. Yeah. Part of me is ready to let it go now. Tapping underneath the nose. I want you to feel it fully right now. So if you felt that emotion that's been really uncomfortable, if you felt it at like 20%, I want you to turn it up. Lean into it, increase it by 50% more. Let yourself feel that right there. Tapping underneath the mouth, that old familiar feeling. Give it some space to be felt. Maybe if we feel it, it'll go away. Tapping on the center of the chest. Turn it up to 100%. 100% intensity of this negative feeling that you've been carrying around and not wanting to feel. Let yourself feel it fully right now. The pain, the struggle, the impact it's had on your life, the sensation, how tormenting it can be at times. Big deep breath in See if you can make some noise on the exhale. Nothing bad's going to happen if you make a little noise. A little vocalization is good. It's very healing to hear our own voices. Big deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. I deeply love and accept myself even when I'm feeling this struggle. Let's tap on the front of the ribs right now, and I want you to fully feel that struggle right now. Turn it up. I want you to picture yourself now 5 years from now. 5 years from now, a similar issue comes up. Maybe someone who looks the same, or a similar street or building, time of year, and you still feel the same way about this issue as you do right now. Nothing has changed. You haven't had a breakthrough in this area. You haven't figured out what the function of this pain is yet, so you're still holding on, trying to do all these other things to try to release this pain, but it's still holding on to you. I want you to feel the struggle of this 10 years from now. Picture how different your life is 10 years from now, the age of your children 10 years from now, the age of yourself. Look around. You're still feeling the same way. When this trigger comes up, nothing's changed. You're still reacting the same way. You're still beating yourself up in the same way. Tapping on the sides of the ribs. I want you to actually picture yourself 30 years from now. Picture yourself on your deathbed. The nurse comes in, and whatever he or she says reminds you of this issue, and the pang of struggle comes back up, and you are still not over it. You're still feeling the same way about these topics in your life. Tapping the wrists together. And I ask you now, are you ready to let this go? I'm ready to let this go now, just so I can get my life force energy back. Tapping on the top of the thumb. I want you to really sink into that you're ready to let this struggle go because you don't want to hold on to it anymore, and you want more of your own essence back instead of that reaction, that struggle. Tapping on the top of the pointer finger. I'm ready to let this go now. I give myself permission to let this go, even if I don't understand it fully. Even if I want to remember it to help me somehow. So just tune in right now to how you might be wanting to continually feel the pain just so you can stay present to a specific boundary you have, or a specific goal that you have, or I'm never going to let that person hurt me again, so I've got to remember by being angry, and how we're holding on to this emotion because we're trying to see if it can help us and benefit us somehow. Repeating after me, I'm ready to let this go now, even if I don't understand it fully. I'm ready to let this go now. And it doesn't mean I agree with what happened. Big deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. Because I don't agree with what happened. Part of me is still holding on to what? Tune in right now to the part that's like, but I just can't let go of this one detail. What's the hardest part about letting this go? What's the detail? Beautiful. Tapping on top of the middle finger. The hardest part is, say what the hardest part is. Yeah. And I'm going to hold on to that one. I'm still holding on to I give myself permission to hold on to this as long as I want to. I want you guys to give yourself actual permission right now. Like, time out. Give yourself actual permission to hold on to this anger, upset, stress for as long as you want to. Like, you actually could do that. That's one option. Give yourself full permission to do that right now. Let that sink in. Feels good to not resisting, doesn't it? Feels good to not resist that we're still mad, or that we're still stressed, or we're still feeling small, or whatever that emotion was. Tapping on the other side of the ring finger, you're doing so good. Repeating after me, I deeply love and accept myself exactly how I am. Resistance and all. And I'm just trying to protect myself. And that's all I've wanted to do. I want you to now think back to that memory that you had. Think back to that moment that this began, that memory that popped up, either recent or many years ago. Picture yourself there. Who was there? What was said? What was done? What happened? Tell it to me like a story out loud, repeating after me. What happened was, say what happened. What's the origin here? Keep going. Yep. If you ended your story, then start over. What happened was, say it again. Yeah. And that hurt. Tapping on the side of the other hand. It all started when, say what happened, who was there, what happened, what was said. Now I want you to actually picture yourself in that moment. Take a snapshot of that moment. The moment of impact, the moment you had that soul rupture. Right when the story sort of formed. Picture yourself there, and in the corner of the frame, I want your higher self to walk into the room. Walk into that frame, walk right up to your past self, and look yourself right in the eyes. Close your eyes if you need to, tapping on the top of the thumb, closing your eyes, picturing yourself standing in the presence of your past self in that moment when the biggest hurt happened. And I want you to actually reach out and give yourself the biggest, most loving, accepting embrace. Just give yourself the biggest hug. Beautiful. Continue to let the breath flow in your lungs as you're picturing this embrace right now. Just so much love, so much protection. Tapping on top of the pointer finger. Looking back at yourself in that moment, I want you to look with knowing, loving eyes. Just looking right at yourself and tune into what it was that you needed in that moment. That didn't happen, that you weren't given, that wasn't said to you, but it would have been so nice. What did you need in that moment? Yeah, brainstorm a little bit more, tapping on top of the middle finger. Saying it out loud, all I really needed was... Yeah. What else? Tapping on the other side of the ring finger, all I really needed was... Say it again. And I didn't get it. And that's what hurt so bad. Big, deep breath in. Let it go with a nice cleansing sigh. I want you to tune into that past self. I want you to really look deep into their eyes and deliver a message that you've been worthy of this whole time. It could have been just a delivery of that which you needed. All I needed to hear was... Deliver the message to yourself. What's the message? Tune in, tapping on top of the pinky finger, tuning into that message from high right now. All I needed was... All I needed to hear was... And I've been worthy of this the whole time. Tapping on the forehead. We're going to start to wrap up. I want you to right now receive that message fully. Just like you leaned into the pain, I want you to lean into this bright, beautiful message right now. Repeating after me. I've been worthy of... Say what it is that you've been worthy of this whole time. That which you wanted and needed to hear. That solvent to your soul. That message. Let the message come in right now. Filtering through your body. Absorb the message. Bring a healing color, that blue or yellow or white light. As that message starts to filtrate through your whole body into every cell of your body, charging every cell with this message of healing and empowerment. Tapping on the sides of the face. Repeating after me, and I'm going to receive that from myself right now. Yeah. there was someone else involved, maybe send some of this energy into forgiveness. Repeating after me, it's possible I could forgive this person for not giving this to me. They might not have been shown how. But I'm giving this to myself now. And it feels so good to feel good. Tapping on the front of the face, it feels so good to look at this. Big deep breath in, let it go with a sigh. I want you to actually hold your heart with one hand and put your hand on your lower abdomen right now. See if you can feel the vibration in your body from tapping. Just feel that sensation of electricity running through your body right now. How good it feels to have tended to yourself for the last 30 minutes. How loved up you are right now. Just enjoy this energy that you just generated right now. Get present to that message that you just received from your higher self. And get in alignment with your worthiness to have that and fully receive that. And just how good that feels. Keep the breath flowing in and out of your lungs as you just enjoy this beautiful vibe that you've just created here. I want you to actually tap all over the body. So as we wrap up, just tapping all over the entire body right now. And say out loud 3 things that you got from this half an hour tap. And I'll give you a few ideas, but just tune in right now. Like, what did you get? Like, okay, I really got that I had some needs that weren't being met. I really got that I was hurt when that thing happened. I really got that I've been resisting feeling this. I really got that, what did you get? I really got that I can send myself healing energy through visualization. I really got that a half an hour can really shift my day and my perspective on a really tough issue. What did you get? From your mouth to God's ears, say 3 things out loud. What have you been worthy of this whole time? And I want you to actually take the palms of your hands and place them over your eyes. Just lightly, so there's complete darkness. Placing your hands over your eyes. Hold them there. Let yourself feel that healing energy, that darkness, that stillness. Thank yourself for not abandoning yourself on this topic. Thank yourself right now for showing up for yourself tonight. And whenever you're ready, you can release your hands from your eyes. You just did an amazing job tapping. This is the nature of our EFT work. Usually sessions are 90 minutes long. So while you're in this afterglow, first of all, I just want you to enjoy what you've just created. And I'm going to post underneath in the comments to this live a couple journaling prompts, and I'll even post a YouTube video. The video is called After the Tap, and it helps you journal that which you got from the tap. So it'll help you integrate and maximize the benefits and just get the most out of this experience. Thank you. I'm seeing the heart. I really appreciate your presence. So enjoying this afterglow. Also, I would be amiss if I didn't tell you how you can work with me in the future. If you go to www.kategoldempowerment.com, you can find a way to contact me and fill out your form, and I'll contact you. And then we can schedule a discovery call to see if we're a good fit, see if we can feel each other out, see what your goals are, and I can tell you some experiences I've had with past clients that might give you some empowerment and confidence in moving forward. Or I can refer you outside of our work together as well in that 30-minute time. Otherwise, you can just book a 90-minute session with me, And these sessions can be also done in packages of 5 or 10 for discounts. And my favorite offering right now is an online course. It is 6 hours of video instruction, 43 lessons, and it's designed to be completed in a 5-week period. And it is all about inner peace through EFT and somatic practices. It is all of my professional healing tools wrapped into a 5-week course that empowers you on exactly how to heal like a pro. Inner peace is something that you cannot fake. You have to do certain steps and have certain experiences that bring you into that state. Some of these experiences happen up here, and some of them happen in our nervous system. And this course is going to provide just that for you. It's $3.99, and it is lifetime access to the content. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from some of you what your experience was like. I'm going to post below what I've promised to post. I'm seeing some great feedback here in the comments, and I appreciate it. Keep them coming. You all did great tonight. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.